Good evening, KU. I'm Emma.
And I'm Ari. And we'll be hosting today's news update.
Or hosting.
Yes. So we wanted to talk about the new mask mandate in Lawrence. So we no longer have to wear masks in school, but we still have to wear them on the bus. Do you take the bus a lot?
I do. I take the bus I live at Stouffer, so I take the bus from Stouffer to campus pretty much every day.
Yeah, I'm in Corbin, so I'm taking the bus all the time. That's like my only transportation to class.
It's the easiest.
Yeah.
Parking everywhere else is really expensive. So.
Yeah, but I think that they said that they might be taking masks off the bus on April 18th is when that would start. So yeah, but today was my first day that I didn't wear it in class.
Yeah, it was really weird.
It was weird. Some people still wear them, but I was like, I'm gonna try this out.
Yeah, I like tried it for one of my classes. So there's a professor here, her name is Carol, and Carol was like, it's so exciting to see everyone's faces, and it was like, wow, we can actually see people's faces, not just eyes up.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
I know. It's so different though, because sometimes I liked masks sometimes, because if I didn't want to get completely ready for school, I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry, I have a mask. But now I'm like, okay. I'm like,
or especially if you have a face breakout, you can just hide everything under a mask.
Yeah.
Now it's not as easy.
Yeah, but sometimes I wear my glasses, and the only thing with masks is my glasses would always fog up when I'd be wearing glasses and a mask, so that would be super annoying sometimes.
I would always take a disposable and fold it literally in half, so it sits perfectly underneath. But I feel your pain.
Yeah. In other news, we are now in the Final Four.
Yes, so exciting.
Very exciting.
Very scary game this weekend against Miami.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, we're here. They're going to New Orleans, which is so exciting.
Did you watch the game anywhere?
I did. I was, funny enough, writing a research paper while I was watching, so I was doing some research and looking at me
yeah.
Especially during the second half when we made that humongous comeback.
No, yeah,
that
we ended up beating them by a lot, which we were down in the first half, so they always make me so nervous, because we'll always be a little bit down in the first half, and I'm like, oh gosh. But then we came back and we beat them by it was 20?
Yeah,
maybe over 20?
I think it was around 20.
Yeah, it was around 20.
Which is crazy, because we were definitely very much in a deficit during the first half. I think it's kind of funny, there's a meme on Twitter, it's a football player, and it said they had us in the first half, and it's Ochai or Remy's face.
Yeah,
literally fits perfectly for this entire tournament.
Did you ever go to the welcome home at Allen Fieldhouse last night?
I did not. I wanted to go to mass and the welcome back, but I just I had so much to do last night. But I had friends there, and they were texting me oh my gosh, this is so cool. I was told there was a dog wearing a basketball jersey, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
we love all the support.
I was kind of near Mass Street for the game, so after obviously we won, me and a bunch of my friends, we stormed Mass. So it was a lot of fun. It was crazy seeing just how many people. It was also so weird because the cops had blocked off all of Mass Street, but I was they worked so fast because we had won and they were all just there, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Can you imagine this weekend if we make it? Oh my god, I feel that's just gonna be Mass this weekend.
Yeah, it's
on
gonna be crazy.
Whole another level.
Yeah.
Which would be exciting.
Yeah.
So exciting.
And then last night also there was the Grammys. Did you watch
Oscars.
Oscars.
Yeah, because Grammys is music.
Okay. Did you watch the Oscars?
I did not, but I did see the whole little
debacle.
Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Situation.
I know. I was at home and I wasn't even really watching it, and then my mom was making some kind of remark about it, and so I went into her room and I was like, oh my god, and she was like, did you just see that? And my grandma called my mom and was like, did you just see Will Smith punch Chris Rock? And I was like, yeah.
Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
But yeah, so what do you think? What are your opinions and thoughts?
I don't want to say it's real because it looked kind of staged, especially since because I can understand someone making a joke about your wife and being
especially
very
with the condition that she has, obviously.
So because that's obviously a condition where she loses her hair, and you made a joke about her not having hair.
Yeah.
And
it was bizarre.
I feel that was just a little too extreme for that kind of a reaction, especially coming from Will Smith.
I know, he's the nicest. I always thought he was the nicest, most
he's
calm,
never really
collected person.
Yeah, he's never really been controversial
until now. Yeah, it was so bizarre how it went down.
Because another thing too is when he went for the punch, Chris Rock like leaned back, like he kind of went like in the direction of the
Yeah.
punch. Where I feel like if you're getting punched, you're gonna lean like just like back, like quick
Yeah.
reaction, not like with it, because that's what makes me think it's like not real.
Yeah.
Like there's just no way. And they were both like smiling and like
Yeah.
kind of had like a funny like grin to their face that also makes me think that way. Because like if someone were just like to come try to punch me, I'm not gonna like laugh and smile, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'd retaliate, but like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like standing there like
But
like
then
Chris Rock was.
he like, I don't know, because when he went and sat down and they kind of got into like the verbal argument, that seemed kind of legit. Because he was like, you can't cuss on national television. It's like a very known thing. So I was kind of surprised. Like literally all you could hear was just like the whole like bleep. They just bleeped out like everything.
So maybe it was staged to begin with, because I feel like the Oscars, they're important, but not enough people watch it to make it like crazy important. So maybe they did this as a publicity stunt, but they took it too far. And when they
Yeah.
started having like the verbal altercation at the end, because I agree, that did not
Yeah.
look fake.
I kind of think it was real, just because it was like, it just was super weird how it went down, but I think it was real. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it was real, because I feel like that big of like an award ceremony wouldn't, like, I don't feel like they would like encourage, especially violence out of anything. So I was kind of like taken
That's
back
fair.
by it. But definitely a huge like, it's definitely going to be talked about all over
Oh,
today.
yeah.
like
Like,
on
for
Snapchat,
sure.
you know how they have the little like Snapchat stories from like all the
Yes.
news stations. That's all my like Snapchat was. It was just like Will Smith, Chris
Yeah,
Rock.
that's gonna be like the thing people talk about, kind of like how Jennifer Lawrence fell down the
Yeah.
stairs, and now it's Will Smith
Yeah,
punching
it was
Chris
kind of
Rock.
like the Kanye West Taylor thing, but that was
Oh,
way
yeah.
that wasn't as aggressive, but it was still like also
I mean,
wrong.
it was, yeah,
Still
that
very
one was
wrong.
definitely not fake though.
No,
There's no
that
way
one was
Kanye just
super
got up
real.
there, like someone told him like, hey, you
And
gotta say
that-
Beyonce
yeah.
deserved it. Like,
Yeah.
even Beyonce was like,
Yeah, that was a
not
not
cool.
good situation. But
or,
yeah,
like, yeah, because like everyone else in the audience was kind of, they didn't really react to it. Like I feel like they kind of knew what was happening with
Yeah, they
the
all
Chris
just kinda
Rock and Will Smith situation.
it was super bizarre. Everyone just
Yeah.
sat there. I was like, no one intervened or anything, and then he got an award later, and I was like, is this
Yeah.
allowed?
And like I feel like the apology was a little weird too, because like he started crying and that didn't look like real crying to me.
It
Like
was
there was
just,
definitely
like,
real tears,
weird.
but maybe not like real emotion. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's just me. But
But I think that's pretty
Yeah.
much all we have today.
so after the break, we'll have news, sports, and our beloved trivia game. So we'll see you soon.
Welcome back. I'm Karen.
And I'm Raneem. This is your Monday Good Evening KU News Update. Beginning today, students and staff no longer have to wear masks in the classroom at KU. In an email from Chancellor Gerard on Friday afternoon, the lifting of the mask mandate became official. However, masks will still be required on buses and in Watkins Health Center. The Chancellor also asked for understanding for those who choose to continue to wear masks on campus.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine is entering its second month, and U.S. President Joe Biden traveled to Poland to meet with both Ukrainian officials and refugees. After Biden closed the speech saying that Russian President Vladimir Putin should not be allowed to remain in power, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken walked back the statement, saying Biden was not suggesting a change in regime.
Lawrence Police Chief Rich Lockhart announced this weekend that the department would no longer conduct no-knock warrants or chokeholds. Lockhart cited community input as the main reason for eliminating the controversial tactics.
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office showed off its new Dodge Challenger at last week's St. Patrick's Day Parade. The vehicle, dubbed a Scat Pack Super Bee, cost $48,000 and was purchased with money gained from illegal drug seizures.
The Watkins Museum recently closed its LGBTQ display subtitled as The Fight for Queer Rights in Lawrence. The display had been scheduled to run in 2020 to celebrate the 50-year anniversary of the Lawrence Gay Liberation Front. Because of the COVID pandemic, the display was open to the public from October 31st of last year until spring break.
And finally, the big winners from last night's Academy Awards were Dune and Coda. Coda won Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actor. Dune captured 6 Oscars for Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, Best Film Editing, Best Production Design, Best Sound, and Best Special Effects. And of course, what everyone is talking about, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock on stage.
That's it for our news update for sports. Let's throw it over to Carolyn and Julia.
Thanks, Raneem. The men's basketball team needed a big second half yesterday, outscoring Miami by 32 points for a 76-50 victory. The win sends the Jayhawks to next weekend's Final Four in New Orleans. KU will take on Villanova in Saturday's first semifinal game with tip-off at 5:09 p.m.
After the game, students and fans rushed to Mass Street where Lawrence police closed several blocks for the multitude of fans. Then, when the team returned to Allen Fieldhouse late last night, another 1,000 or so students gathered to welcome their Midwest regional champions.
The baseball team began Big 12 conference play this weekend, but lost 3 close games to Oklahoma State. Kansas is on a 5-game losing streak with an overall record of 8-14. The Jayhawks will host Wichita State on Wednesday at 3 p.m. in Hoagland Ballpark.
The softball is also 0-3 in the conference after getting swept by Texas this weekend at Aroja Ballpark. The Jayhawks are 10-18 overall and will host Missouri on Wednesday at 5 p.m.
In track and field, the KU women's sprint medley relay team set a new school record at this weekend's Texas Relays. Satanya Wright, Mariah Kuykendall, Honor Finley, and Avril Johnson ran 3:50.98 to beat a 4-year-old Jayhawk record. The best individual finish came from freshman Jaden Patterson, who placed second in the men's triple jump with a personal best mark of 50 feet, 8.75 inches.
Opening day for Major League Baseball is just 10 days away, and some of the most senior free agents remain unsigned. 39-year-old pitchers Sergio Romo and John Axford remain without teams, in addition to former Royals outfielders Gerard Dyson and Billy Hamilton. 42-year-old Albert Pujols signed with St. Louis yesterday, bringing the future Hall of Famer back to the team he started with in 2001.
And that's all we have for today's sports. After the break, Faye will be back with Karen for a new round of KU Trivia.
Diversity. What is diversity? It can be an umbrella term for a variety of things, ranging from diversity among different people, places, cultures, and ideas, to the way people express themselves and the way they interact with the world. In today's world, people interact with one another and share their thoughts through social media. Let's take Twitter, for example. How are people of different backgrounds, ethnicities, and sexual orientations with different political beliefs, interests, and job titles using this platform differently? Currently, celebrities are interacting with their fans on Twitter by speaking their minds, sharing their beliefs, and supporting social issues. Professional sports figures and organizations in the United States are using Twitter to support social causes and bring attention to current social matters, such as encouraging their fans to vote. Users are voicing their opinions about current issues surrounding racial inequalities, social injustice, and police brutality in the United States. There's diversity in the way people are discussing the upcoming presidential election, especially regarding their opinions of each candidate. Different news outlets are not only highlighting stories in the US, but are talking about important stories from around the world. But many Twitter users don't post about controversial matters or social issues at all. Rather, they use their platform to create memes and post funny content for entertainment. While many topics going around this app involve social issues and political opinions, Twitter creates a space where people can pull together collections of diverse thoughts, comments, opinions, goals, and even a little humor too. So how can we use this platform to express our differences? More importantly, how can we use it to learn from each other's differences today?
Welcome back to Good Evening KU. I'm Fernanda Silva. Last night, the Oscars ceremony happened in Los Angeles. For the first time, a film produced by a streaming service won Best Picture. But this was not the only unexpected situation in the event, and we will talk about it more on today's trivia. Let's start by introducing our participants. Can you please tell us your name, where you're from, and what's your favorite movie of all times? Karen?
Hi, I am Karen Morales, and I am from Olathe, Kansas. And my favorite movie of all time is probably The Devil Wears Prada.
Perfect. And Julia?
My name is Julia Hintz, and I'm from Emporia, Kansas. It's hard to pick a favorite movie, but I really like The Dead Poets Society.
Very good choices, both of you. Good luck to you both. Now let's move on to the quiz. First question goes to Karen, and it's not that hard. Karen, last night during the Oscars, Will Smith hit the face of the comedian who made a joke about Smith's wife's-shaped head. What's the name of the comedian? A. Chris Rock, B. Adam Sandler, C. Eddie Murphy, or D. Kevin Hart?
A. Chris Rock.
The correct answer is A. Chris Rock, as we can see on the picture. Question number 2 goes to Julia. Which of these movies was not nominated for the Best Picture category? A. Don't Look Up, B. The Power of the Dog, C. King Richard, or D. Joker?
I'm gonna go with D. Joker.
The correct answer is letter D. Joker was not nominated for the Best Picture category. Actually, that happened in 2020. Karen, it's your turn again. The movie that won the documentary category was The Queen of Basketball. It celebrated whose legacies? A. Brittany Griner, and B. Ann Myers, C. Lucia Harris, or D. Sue Bird?
I'm gonna go with C.
Yes, C is the correct answer. The documentary tells us the story of Lucia Harris, who died at the age of 66 last January and was the only woman to be officially drafted by the NBA. So we have 2 points for Karen and 1 for Julia. And Julia, the last question goes to you before the true or false. The movie Dune took home 6 Oscars. Which of these categories did they win? Did they not win? A. Editing, B. Visual effects, C. Production design, and D. Best Picture?
Best Picture.
And that's also the correct answer. So now we're tied. So we're moving on to the true or false, that it's also about the Oscars, but we will do it a little bit differently, talking about historical facts of the award with 2 points for each of our participants. Karen, is it true or false that in the history of the Oscars, there have been only 2 people who refused their awards?
I'm gonna say true.
This sentence is actually false. In the history of Oscars, 3 people refused their awards, not 2. Now, Julia, the true or false goes to you. Walt Disney has won more Oscars than anyone else, 22 in total. Is this sentence true or false?
I'll say true.
This sentence is true. Walt Disney holds all-time record with 22 Oscars. So with 3 points, actually 1 more point than Karen, Julia is the winner of today's trivia. Thank you both for participating. We will take a quick break and then Bradley will be here with the weather.
Have a nice day. You too. Have a great day. Thanks. You too.
Make someone's day. Pay it forward.
Hi, welcome back. I'm Brady McBroom, and I'm here to give you your Good Evening KU weather. So for some highlights for this next few days, tomorrow we're going to see a continuation of this pretty nice weather, although it's going to be a bit warmer, and it's still going to be really windy. So there's a high fire danger, more in like north central Kansas, but still a possibility here. And for tomorrow night, we see a chance of some strong to severe storms, but then on Wednesday, we're going to cool down a bit. Right now, it is currently 59 with fair skies, and it is a bit breezy. Winds are gusting at 26 miles an hour, so yeah, pretty windy. Tonight, that wind will continue, and we'll see increasing clouds with a low of 47. And then for tomorrow, we'll see mostly cloudy skies, and that wind will continue, but it'll be moving from the southeast at 15 to 20 miles an hour with gusts at 35 miles an hour. And yeah, we're going to see temperatures almost in the 80s. So it's going to be a really nice day, just kind of windy. And then tomorrow, we're going to see a chance of severe or strong thunderstorms into the night, probably around like 7 or 8. And we're going to see a low of 47, and the winds are still going to be pretty gusty from the south. And if we take a look at that radar, rain's going to be shifting in from the northwest, and it's going to be pushing to our east. And it should be out of our way by Wednesday, probably midday, but that's going to appear, like I said, around like 7 tomorrow night. And if we look at our severe threats, the main issue with this, or the main threat with this storm, it will be gusty winds and hail. So the chance for flooding, really not a concern, and the chance for tornadoes, it's really low already. So, and then for your 7-day forecast, today it's a high of 62. It was a really beautiful day outside, but we're going to see a chance for thunderstorms on Tuesday night into Wednesday, and you can see a chance of rain return on that day that we have the Final Four game on Saturday, although the game will be in New Orleans, so we don't have to worry about that. Temperatures will be a bit cooler until the middle of the week, but we'll see them warmer temperatures return by the end. And that is all I have for you, so good evening, KU.